Here we go again with another session of questions, our 21 Bitcoin question series. Reach it into the jar, pulling one out. Here we go. This question, not going to hold it up because I think they're backwards, so here we go. So this one is, why does the price of Bitcoin change so much? That's a great question. Lots of people have that question. First off, let's talk about what a price reflects. The price of anything is a ratio, which is a comparison of two things, the thing itself and the thing you're pricing it in. So in America, no one alive has seen a world without the US dollar pricing things. So that's a game changer, right? So how do the price of Bitcoin in dollars reflects both the volatility or the rate of change of Bitcoin's value and the purchasing power of the dollar. So what's really reflected here is kind of like, think about it like two cars passing on a highway. One's going fast this way, the other one's going fast this way. Together, they look really fast going past each other, but they're basically going at different rates of speed, but combined, it looks very, very volatile. So the reason that the price looks volatile is because we're pricing it in dollars, and there's volatility to something that's new and a new currency. Remember, Bitcoin is less than 20 years old. Okay, it started in 2008 and really came to light in 2009. Then was Pizza Day, which I think is March. Someone will correct me on that. But basically, that was the first time it was ever used, and there was thousands of Bitcoin. I think it was 25,000 for 2 Papa John's pizzas. Okay, so that was the first time that anybody said, "Hey," and this was on like a Bitcoin discussion board. It was like, "Hey, I want 2 pizzas. I'll give you this many Bitcoin. Who wants to place this order for me?" And that was the first monetary transaction of taking Bitcoin for something for value. So at that point in time, thousands of Bitcoins, I'm going to say 25,000, so 25,000 Bitcoins was worth 2 Papa John's pizzas. Now, clearly, that's not the rate now. And that's another reason why I think I said on another video, if you're going to use Bitcoin as currency, it's best to replenish your Bitcoin at the end, because Bitcoin's main use case is a store of value and holding your purchase power. And what the price of Bitcoin is reflecting today, with the price being over 100,000, who knows what it'll be tomorrow? What I do know in the future is that the price is going to continue to go up because the number of dollars and the amount of currency and the amount of values and assets in the marketplace is in the trillions of dollars, probably hundreds of trillions, probably even more if you include derivatives. But there's only so much Bitcoin that exists. So Bitcoin being an asset, if you were to price the entire asset space of the planet, Bitcoin would be worth well over $1 million per. Probably, I think Michael Saylor said 13 million. That's Michael Saylor from formerly MicroStrategy, now called Strategy. But basically, and you'll see some of his videos on the site as well. But basically, we're looking at the price of Bitcoin is volatile because it's new and it's priced in a currency that has a lot of volatility to it. But we don't see it as Americans because everything, it's a dollar world in America. Everything's priced in dollars. Do things go up and down in price? Sure. Look at the price of things in the last 5 years with inflation. Notice everything in the grocery store has doubled in price. That is a reflection of the decline of the purchasing power of the dollar. So anything that's an asset like Bitcoin, if the value of the currency you're measuring the asset in goes down, the price will go up. It's just natural. So if let's say we had 10 Bitcoin and they were equal to $1 million. Now, all of a sudden, there's $2 million in the marketplace, and there's still the same 10 Bitcoin. What should the price be? It should double, right? So now that's how things are moving in this pricing world. And yes, Bitcoin is volatile because it's young. The market cap is not that large. That's the aggregate value. It's the total value of Bitcoin in mass. It's 21 million times its price. And it works out to be a couple $1 trillion at this point. I think 21 million. Let's see, at $100,000, you're looking at about a $2 trillion marketplace, give or take. Gold is about 11 trillion, just as a frame of reference. So the Bitcoin price still has to go up 5 times to match gold. There's lots of room for growth for Bitcoin is what I'm saying. While it looks like it's extremely high and extremely priced high, but the reason that there's volatility in it and the reason that there's room to grow, because there's only so much of it. So much like think exotic, rare things like Lamborghinis, Ferraris, the Mona Lisa, famous artwork, prime real estate. All those things go up against the dollar because they're rare and they're scarce, much like Bitcoin. Great question. We'll move on to the next one now.